Hello and welcome to SK Live. You are watching SK Live. I'm your host Shanvi Sadana. Today we have Chandrachur Singh with us, who's not only a brilliant actor, but a brilliant singer and a brilliant sportsman. How are you? And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for inviting me on the show, Shanvi. It's very kind of you to say all these things. I
You
think
are
I'm.
right.
Yeah.
So, how did you're also known as Rocky. How did that name come about in
Actually,
Dune?
yeah, when I was at Dune School, we used to all get nicknames.
Okay.
So I think there was a certain likeness to Sanjay Dutt. So his film had just come out by the time I joined Dune School, and they wanted to keep a pet name because Chandrachud was a very complicated name for the common schoolboy.
Okay.
So yeah, I got the name Rocky, and then I have two younger siblings who studied in the same school. So they too got then the name Rocky. So it was Rocky 1, Rocky 2, and Rocky 3.
Yeah, your brothers, right?
Rocky, yeah.
So, behind your acting skills, there is a person which is a sportsman. Tell us, you represented your school at the district level in cricket team. So, tell us about your younger days.
Well, cricket was something I liked while I was studying at Welland Boys before Doon School. Then I got a chance to play more at Doon School. And then the, the top few teamers from Doon School were taken into the district team in the winter holidays before the 12th
Right.
to for Dehradun district schoolboys team. And then I continued further on to play for college, and then I went on and played club cricket in Mumbai uh, with a cricket team called Match Cut Cricket Club (MCC 11), which was a
Mhm.
lot of enthusiastic cricketers who were a mix of film people and film people have been associated with cricket in the past. So there's a mixture of players like that. Vishal Bhardwaj was also on the team. He had represented Delhi University, and so there was a lot of good cricketers in our team.
Yeah, so did cricket come naturally to you, or was it kind of, you wanted to play cricket, or did it come naturally to you?
I think I had an affinity for cricket.
Hmm.
Um, of course, it came naturally, but there was a lot of hard work put in
Yes.
because to excel in any sport, you have to put in so many hours of practice.
Yes.
So, so I played. I played throughout as a passion. Whenever I got the chance, till I had an injury of my shoulder, which prevented me from playing further cricket the way I wanted it to. Like in a sense, I couldn't bowl anymore, but I did play. I did play.
So,
I like.
were you a batsman or a bowler?
I was an all-rounder. I used to
Okay.
open the bowling for my school, and I used to go middle order in batting because I used to get quick runs. So it was opening bowler, doing school opening bowler, St. Stephen's opening bowler in Bombay, where I used to play cricket, and then as a batsman, I played middle order for almost all teams.
And you also got an offer from Khar Gymkhana and SBI.
No, I got Khadim Khana was an area where we used to play, so they had their own team. But
Okay.
when we were playing, MCC was playing. We played a match against State Bank of India and B team, and I got a 50 plus, and I got some wickets. So they were, they wanted to take me on as an employee who would play cricket for them.
Yeah, and also
Right.
you have such a great record in high jump for over 10 years.
Yeah, yeah.
Tell us about that.
No, that was another thing that I tried in Dune school, and I quite liked it, and I did well at it, and that also gives you more of an impetus to want to, practice and become better at it. So high
Right.
jump was something I I won for 3 years in a row in Doon School, and then I represented my school amongst 28 schools in the district, and I came first, and I also got the record for the which state for, as you said, a decade or more. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
what was your record?
It was 5'8" plus. I'm not clearly sure.
Wow. My goodness.
Yeah.
That's
I should
quite high.
jump barefoot though, because
Barefoot.
yeah, I didn't know the method of using spikes, and that wasn't commonly used. But I think I used to you do the style called straddle to jump barefoot. Yeah.
And did you get your the support from your family at that time when you were a sportsman for cricket, high jump, all the other?
I think my father was in his time a good sportsman, and I think it was taken. I don't think anyone really parents did really never really participated at that level. So it was more of an individual joy than
And
that
we
sort of.
both are from the army, the seventh cav.
Yes,
You are the
yes.
son of the seventh cav. I'm the daughter of the seventh cav. And it is such an amazing feeling to interview you.
Thank you. It's amazing to get interviewed by you.
Yeah. So, which is your favorite sport?
uh,
Is it cricket or high jump or any other?
there are lots of sports. I love all sports.
Yeah.
I see a lot of sports movies, but I think I love cricket the most because when we
Cricket.
were very, very young, one used to watch a lot of cricket.
Yeah.
In a
So,
black
who
and
was your
white,
favorite cricketer?
era,
And yes, sorry,
sorry,
tell me.
black and white era when in the 70s, late 70s, one used to watch uh, uh, the black and white test matches with Imran and
Yeah.
Kapil, all of them,
Yes.
Gavaskar. Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is your favorite player?
Uh, in cricket, in
Yes.
cricket, oh, there's so many good players. Yeah.
Your
Oh,
favorite one.
I think MS Dhoni and Virat Kohli. MS Dhoni, I think. MS,
Okay. And who? And which is your favorite IPL team now that IPL is starting? Who do you support?
no favorites.
No favorites. May the best team win.
May the best team win because it's a mix in. It's a mix of a lot of players from different countries, different teams, different states. So I really don't, yeah, have any particular team.
And your favorite athlete?
Jesse Owens, because he won in 4 events at a time where everything was against him in the Second World War in Olympics in Olympics.
So, can you share any anecdotes that you would like to share with us when you met a cricketer at some point in your life?
No, I met I think almost 3 generations of cricketers. I've met the current lot, which who have been very sweet, respectful from India and Pakistan. Then, which felt so nice because they're young a lot, and when they give you that respect, it feels nice. Actually, you look up to them also because you're constantly watching cricket. So it becomes a sort of a mutual admiration society. And then I met Sachin, very lovely people, Sachin and that generation too, and generation above that. Then I have had the good fortune to work to play a match with Kapil Dev, and also I played some matches in Pakistan in 1986 January when we represented Doon School there at 200 years, no 100 years of HSN College Lahore
Right,
celebrations. They had called
right.
schools all over the world to participate, and we reached the semi-finals against very good teams. So that is a big achievement. in cricket,
Yeah.
and in that one got a chance to play with Wasim Raja, Ramiz Raja, Imran Khan. Go and visit them. Go to Imran Khan's house. Have conversations about cricket with them. So those are all memorable. Uh, I've also had the good fortune of getting a pair of played-in gloves from. You need require that to bat because when you buy new gloves, they're very tight and big. They have to be
Yeah.
played in. So I
Yeah.
played a match for a team which is a mixture of income tax authorities in Bombay, in Mumbai, and also the former Test cricketer Sanjay Manjrekar, Dilip Sardesai was there, Dilip Vengsakar. So after the match, Mr. Vengsakar was kind enough to give me a pair of plated gloves as a mark of respect to the kind of game that I played because I had a good match. So he gave me a pair of gloves. These are the
That's brilliant.
just
Yeah, that must be like an awesome feeling to be there and experience that sort of
yes.
a life.
It was. It was very nice. It was very nice. And Manjrekar, I remember Sanjay Manjrekar was bowling pretty quick also. I mean, people, a lot of cricketers, they didn't never get a chance to, because they're specializing in one, they never get a chance to do the other. Like Virat Kohli was a medium pacer and is a medium pacer if I'm not wrong. So I think Manjrekar is a medium pacer and he bowls fairly quick. So it was nice to know that side of his when we played against each other.
So, what was the nature of conversation with Imran Khan for you at that
Oh,
time?
very nice. We talked about, he spoke about Gavaskar's strengths. I spoke a lot to him about that. The whole Doon school team had gone to his house because we knew his cousin who was playing against us also in the same tournament who took us across to his house in Lahore.
Hmm.
So he spoke very highly about Gavaskar. I remember him telling us all that once Gavaskar got beaten on a ball, the next time round, the same ball he would hit it for a four. And he spoke about how fine Vivian Richards is as a cricketer, and the future is going to be Richie Richardson. This was in mid 80s, So these were the people who we had a chance to talk about, and certain other nuances of cricket and stuff like that.
So, if you have a chance, which biopic will you like to play?
Hmm.
In your acting career.
Uh, well, now it would be very difficult to play Virat Kohli because he's young. He's very young.
Yeah.
But it would be
Yeah.
nice to play. A retired cricketer, and someone else
Hmm.
can play the role of younger version. So one could
Kapil
play
Dev?
Virat Kohli little later. No, Kapil Dev is already being made.
Yes, of course, it's going to come up now.
Yeah.
But which one would you prefer to, like, where do you see your role in?
See, I'm a
Which
right hand batsman,
cricketer?
right hand and a right hand bowler. So you talk about cricket specifically, no?
Yeah, yeah, cricket.
So
Or
I'm saying,
any other sport if you would like to tell me of any other sport. Yeah, go ahead.
I can think mainly of cricket because that's the most popular game in India.
Mm.
And even I mean, they're making good films on other sports also in India, like hockey. And I would love to play if
Kabaddi.
I'd love to play, Gary Sobers or um, Richard Hadley. Problem is that they're both left-hand batsmen.
Oh, yeah. And you're a right hands batsman.
I'll have to think about this question before I get the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, has sports become very commercial now? What are your thoughts?
I think everything is a little commercial now, and I think that it's about time that people in the sports arena also got financial, strengths, and they deserve it. You know, so I think a little bit of commerce is essential for life.
And are Indians producing better athletes today than what we were doing in the yesteryears?
I think we always had good athletes. I think it's just a matter of the facilities which are available. I think it's also a matter of the sports federations taking more cognizance about facilities, training methods, in order to be able to produce better quality sportsmen. You need the infrastructure. I think the infrastructure is improved. What do you think? I mean, I think the infrastructure is improved overall.
Yes, of course, it has improved, but commercially, I mean, from my point of view, I think you need to give more of emphasis to all sports
Hmm.
rather than just cricket, so that,
I I
you know,
agree. I agree. I agree completely. Each
yeah,
sport has its own strengths, but I'm just saying that the facilities which are given now are more, and I think whether it's from diet to coaches to equipment to styles of and regimen, I think overall has changed. But I
yes,
think
overall, it has definitely changed. Yes.
every sport, like I remember when I used to high jump, I used to jump on sand. So
Yeah.
there was no chance of doing the Fosbury flop because the Fosbury flop you fall on the back of your neck, and
Yeah.
that snap if you fall on sand because sand is not got that thing which a gadda has got.
Yeah, exactly.
Gadda. So then now everybody is doing Fosbury flop in Doon School. I had gone to visit Doon School. So since
Okay.
my child Chandrachur Singh is studying there, so I'd gone to see that, and I saw him. I saw everyone doing the Fosbury flop because there were such nice mattresses. But those facilities in our time were not available. There used to be a pit of balu, like you used to have
Mm.
that for broad jump.
Yeah.
One had to
Yes.
only do the straddle, western roll, or scissors. So the styles
Yeah.
also.
Has also changed, and also without spikes, as you said, right?
Yeah,
Without like
yeah,
barefoot.
yeah, barefoot, barefoot.
So all to God, just go ahead and jump.
Yeah, yeah. Milkha Singh used to run, I mean, great like Milkha Singh used to run without spikes initially.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I know. So has sports like Test cricket become result oriented because of T20 cricket?
I think everyone's attention spans have become a little less.
Shorter.
Instantly. Everybody wants everything in an instant, at the click of a button. Which is
Mhm.
why I feel that, as far as cricket goes, as far as T20 goes, it has its pluses and it has its minuses. It also wears down the cricket life of a sportsman because it's a lot of games you got to play in between test matches, then one day internationals. So I think it's a bit too much. Shelf life of a sportsman also gets into duress. I know the training methods and all are far more effective now because they're scientifically improved. But I definitely feel there has to be we have to strike a balance.
Right. And which city has the best sports culture in terms of nurturing the talent, according to you?
Hmm.
Hmm.
You tell me. I am quite clueless. I don't know whether it's Delhi. I think maybe Delhi or
Yeah.
Patiala.
Okay. Yes, because they have all the facilities.
Yeah.
And Bangalore also, maybe.
You know more than me about this. See, I'm not up about this.
So, what should India do to curb dropouts from sports at the school level and college levels?
What causes this dropouts is very important.
Yeah, exactly. So, what causes it and what should they do?
I think most parents feel that any vocation except for the regular one is what their child should follow. I'm saying not for all. I'm not speaking for all, but for most parents to go out of their comfort zone, whether it's be the field of art or whether it be the field of music or acting or
Yeah.
sports, is something they say, "Hey, what sort of a career is that?" Because they're concerned about the financial stability. of and a future for their child.
Yes.
That's my understanding, limited understanding. I don't know how much it's opened up. In the sense, there are avenues today with social media and media for people to become successful in more than one field. But it's just that everybody wants the more conventional route कि इसमें सेफ्टी रहे कि कंसिस्टेंसी
Yeah.
रहे
Hmm.
और क्लियर हो जो जो कि स्टेडी हो स्लो एंड स्टेडी
हाँ.
हो
Yeah, and जिसमें income आए सब कुछ हो कि भाई
हाँ
child is secure.
करेक्ट करेक्ट
So that's where the corporates need to get in the circle to promote all the sports in India
आई एग्री
and the media too, actually.
Yeah, I think that it's a macro effort. I think everyone has to, right, starting from grassroots level right up to the head of the state. Everyone has to participate in encouraging sport to reach the highest possible potential because there is much more potential than it's shown. Then we get an opportunity to show in our country.
Yeah. So do you think we should, in schools, we should put sports as a, full-fledged curriculum for students?
I don't see the harm in that at all. In fact, I always tell my child as much as important as his studies, so is sports, and there's so is co-curriculars. Whether it be drama, whether it be music, whether it be art, I think all that makes up for a particular personality. It's just not academics which is going to get you through because there's a lot of learning by rote also. So it's just not academics which is going to get you through life. Teamwork, solo sports, everything teaches you how to cope and work with other people, whether it be in the field of business or be in the government or
Hmm.
anywhere else. You require team abilities.
So you couldn't continue with your sports because of your shoulder injury. What happened?
See, I became an actor. After I became an actor, I continued playing cricket. But
Okay.
I had a shoulder injury while I was in between shoots. While I was shooting for a film, and I had a day off, and I went, jet skiing in the water, and I had an injury, a bad accident, in which my shoulder dislocated. But then,
Mm.
there were even despite physiotherapy and what do you call that? What do you call that thing?
Shoulder
Yeah,
dislocation.
surgery and all that.
Surgery. Okay.
And first we tried physio, then surgery, but it was a recurrent dislocation problem. It would come out each time there was something risky or a certain angle it would come out, which would require me to get bed rest and also not bed rest, but no exercise possible, not enough opportunity to recuperate because it would happen so
Mhm.
often despite all that. So it was a bad dislocation, I guess. But then it prevented me from playing cricket the way I could bat, I couldn't bowl. And I was essentially
Oh,
a batsman, not a batsman bowler.
right.
I was not like Shastri, who was more of a batsman and then less of a bowler. I was more of a, bowler like Kapil and then batsman now.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So that kind of hindered you from playing any sport. And
Yeah. But Kapil wouldn't be fair. Kapil, I think, is a great all rounder. But I would say others, who are more of one particular kind. So I couldn't bowl, and that is something I used to was my USP. So
okay.
it stopped me from activity to a great degree.
Mhm. So how do we tackle these injuries for a sportsman and for a common person who's playing sports? How do we have that science to enough to cater to these kind of injuries?
There's no guarantees actually as to what will help to cure a particular ailment or an injury. But there have been sportsmen who've been plagued with injuries, not one but many. Yet they've continued playing the game. Like Kapil was one of the few people who was almost injury free, as far as I remember. Because his fitness levels are very good and he was lucky. And I'm saying there are other people who've had shin injuries as fast bowlers, who've had other injuries, but they've continued hamstring or whether it's other places. I feel that you need time to recuperate. And I think
Right.
whether it's sport or whether it's cinema, especially cinema, if you're out of the game for a short while, you may lose your place. So you need
Mm.
that rehab time. You need a time for rehabilitation of that particular injury so that you
Right.
can address it and repair it. And but that luxury was not there when I remember. There was so much work that I had going on. It was more of jaldi theek ho jao, need to do more work.
Mm.
No, because you know
Very good.
your everyone's finances are also involved
Yeah.
in is involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with the IPL coming up now, what are your thoughts about it with the COVID and, players coming out of the team? So what are your thoughts about that?
If I get a chance to watch, I'll watch it. It's unusual to have it without crowds. It may not have the same charm, but I am more of a conservative player. I like to watch more of Test cricket or World Cups and One Day Internationals and stuff like that. I mean, more of competitive cricket, which is basically representing where our country is represented, not league teams. So that's
Mhm.
like watching. It's a different taste. Some people like desi cinema, some people like serious cinema. So I'm more of
Yeah.
the purists. I think one of the purists.
Okay. Okay. And both cricket and Bollywood have a great connection. Why do
Yeah,
you think is that?
I think because these two are the most popular spots. Popular idioms of communication in India even before the advent of television.
Hmm.
That, that whether it was transistors, people would still listen to the commentaries of
Yes.
cricket,
And
and
also the songs.
also songs. So
Yeah.
you're right. So there was a lot of sport, and there was a lot of the only medium of entertainment in India, more or less, which was the easiest and the quickest and the most consistent was cinema. So people used to look at actors and cricketers much. I'm talking about much earlier, almost like demigods.
Hmm.
They have that status, that platform of popular viewership, popular, acclaim. So that is one of the reasons I think Bollywood and cricket. That's why we uh, I played for the CCL also. That's Celebrity Cricket League in Bombay. Uh, I played for the Mumbai team, uh, and the fact is that the CCL is about all cricketers or interested cricketers. There are a lot of good cricketers there from different states representing different film industries and playing with a team of 11 or 16 against each other. It's like the IPL, there's a CCL.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
may the best team win this time
May
with
the
all
best.
the precautions.
Yeah, yeah. May the best team win.
Yeah. So
I
did you
definitely,
feel bad? Sorry.
sorry, I definitely like seeing this documentary which I've seen called about the Mumbai Indians on Netflix, which I saw. So that gave an insider's look into the various seasons and how they played and how they fought back and when did they win and when did they lose, their winning streak, losing streak. That was very interesting. Basketball also had a very nice one with Jordan. You played basketball for St. Stephens, no?
Yes.
And
And for
such
the Delhi state as well.
wow, and for Delhi
And for
State.
India as well.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No, but have you seen that Michael Jordan documentary?
Yes, I have.
Isn't it? Isn't it awesome?
Yes, it is completely awesome. What goes
Yeah,
into every little moment,
yeah,
yes,
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah.
life.
The
Practicing,
things make a
yeah,
difference. Amount of
yeah,
intensity and the pressure because of the
yeah,
huge fan following in the states on
yes,
basketball and the level of performances which are being extracted out. Whether it's Michael Jordan or the team, brilliant, brilliant stuff.
yes, of course. That is a brilliant in look onto a sports person of any kind, any genre, you know.
Absolutely.
So did you feel bad about Ms Dhoni retiring?
I think he's a man who has done so much for our country. And I think he's really changed the leadership of Indian cricket and the way we view Indian cricket. I think his film also depicts his story very beautifully. He's a complete fighter and he's completely calm. I think he's changed the way Indian cricket is played and the way
Yes.
it should be led forward. And so I feel that he's contributed enough, and I think he knows best when he has to, uh, retire. So let's be grateful for what he's done for our country, and let him go with grace. Yeah.
Yeah, true, true, all true for that. So coming back to your acting skills and your singing,
Yeah.
Arya, you've done a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
also Yadvi before that. So, how was it for you to do this thing during the COVID time? It must have been difficult.
It was actually a huge challenge because one never expected that it'll come out during COVID, because
Yeah.
there was scheduling of dubbings, there was scheduling of promotions, there was scheduling of press conferences, and neither of which could be done because lockdown was on in a big way. I mean, lockdown tabhi bhi chal raha hai, there are different levels
Yeah.
of lockdown.
Yes.
So we got a call saying we got a date fixed. You can't come to Bombay obviously for dubbing, so you'll have to dub from home. So everyone all over the world, there are actors who acted in Arya from all over the world, from New York to Delhi, Gurgaon, and other places. They all had to download the app, and we needed another thing like an iPad or what do you call that, a computer or something like that, to be
Hmm.
able to view the film, hear the sound, and dub along with it in completely pin drop silence, which is very difficult,
Yes.
not because of traffic, because of the birds outside, because of the dog, so everyone had challenges. Everyone had to dub at different times of the day. Then that dub had to go and be approved of. And then after approval, you would sometimes have to redub. So the process was lengthy and it required patience. Also, it was extremely hot. I was in Gurgaon, so it was extremely hot. So I was dubbing from my closet,
Oh,
which is, I was pouring sweat was coming out of my face because I
okay.
didn't want birds outside were so loud that they were coming onto the app when I was dubbing on the app, which is basically on my phone. I was dubbing and watching it on my iPad. So that's it was, and even the entire the background music, the effects, the editing, the entire technical crew which worked behind the scenes tirelessly throughout this process. It's an enormous piece of work because Arya, we shot in a 360-degree format, which is a very unusual creative format. Normally you have fixed shots. Like suppose I'm sitting and talking to you, it's a fixed shot.
Yes.
So whatever you're seeing is a view from a particular area. But when you have two, three cameras capturing an entire scene of 10 pages, 12 pages, of 5 minutes,
Hmm.
10, 15 minutes, you don't know when the camera is going to come on to you. It's like doing theater.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have to play roughly your lines, but the rest of it, you got to make up along the way, get the field right, get the landmarks right. So shooting in that format, it gave us 250 hours of footage, which we had to reduce to 9 hours, edit it to 9 hours.
Oh my goodness.
There were lots of scenes, lots of actors did which didn't come in the film because of how can you put in 250 hours into 9 episodes?
Yes, that's true.
All that effort of editing, all the effort of background music, of dubbing, so on and so forth, we did from our respective places. So that was quite fascinating how we worked during COVID. This is the
And it's
first
come out brilliantly.
touch wood by God's grace.
Yeah, seriously. So, you sang a few songs there also. Would you like to sing
I
a
can hum
few?
a few lines of the songs that I've sung there because nothing else is.
Yes. And Sharanjay also, your son, Sharanjay also is very interested in sports and music.
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you want
yeah.
to tell a little bit about that?
Yeah, my son Shanjay, he's enthusiastic about all kind of sport, but I think he's good at boxing, and
Oh,
he's into a bit of martial arts, boxing, and now he's looking forward to playing more of cricket and football in school, which he used to play before, but more of that. And he's had success at the district level in karate. He won a gold in that,
oh
and so
wow.
he's
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. And music, he's picked up the guitar and he's picked up the the piano almost on his own, you know. So the, this is, I think, a gift he's got, because he's got a very strong musical ear. He sings well also. So in
Okay.
fact, I'd asked him today, but he's feeling shy right now.
Shy? Oh, we would love to hear him if you can convey that message to him.
I'll ask him right now. I'll ask him. One second. One second.
Okay. So while we wait, please send in your questions for Chandrachur. He'll be more than happy to answer them. We're waiting for him to sing and his son to sing, if he agrees. He's too shy right now, but we're still waiting. Are you watching SK Live? Sports Kida SK Live. All this is happening here. We've got Chandrachur Singh today, who's a brilliant actor, singer, and a sportsman.
Hi guys, this is Sharon J.
Hi, Sharon J.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Come.
So I've heard that you are into strumming the guitar as well.
Yes, yes. Right.
Wow, wonderful.
I can't remember. Yes.
So,
Do it like this. See? Put your head in a little. Now play.
yeah,
Hello.
there, yeah. So, which is the song that you're gonna sing or strum?
बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना और तुम बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना और हम तुम कितने पास हैं, कितने दूर है चांद सितारे हम तुम कितने पास हैं, कितने दूर है चांद सितारे सच पूछो तो मन को झूठे लगते हैं ये सारे हम तुम कितने पास हैं, कितने दूर चांद सितारे सच पूछो तो मन को झूठे लगते हैं ये सारे मगर सच्चे लगते हैं ये धरती ये नदियाँ ये रहना और तुम बड़े अच्छे लगते हैं
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Sarah Sharon J.
Thank you.
Brilliant strumming, brilliant. Keep at
Thank
it.
you so much.
Lovely, lovely, great. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah. So, and also one song from Advi.
From Yadvi?
Ah,
Okay.
Yadvi. That one.
Okay.
Okay.
I tried.
Yeah, yeah.
ये हमें खूबसूरत जो लम्हे मिले हैं, ये नई जिंदगी के नए सिलसिले हैं, आपके रंग में रंगे कुछ इस तरह से हम, हुक्म दिल ने दे दिया अब आपके हैं रंग रेजा, रंग रेजा, रंग रेजा, रंग ऐसा हम पे चला, रंग रेजा, रंग रेजा, रंग रेजा, रंग ऐसा हम पे चढ़ा।
Wonderful.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you for singing that.
You're most welcome. You're most welcome.
It has been a pleasure having you on SK Live.
It's been a pleasure being on SK Live. Yeah,
We shall meet soon.
we shall meet soon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Shanvi.
Thank you. Thank you, Chandrachur. Bye. Take care.
Take care
Bye.
too. Bye.
Be safe.